Do you play mobile games on your phone?
Yeah.
Which games?
Fragger.
Did you pay for that?
Yeah. I think about £3.
Is that the most you would spend, or would you consider paying more if the game was right?
No, that's probably about as far as I'd go.
When do you play the game?
Mainly in breaks at work.
Do you have a console?
Yeah.
What mobile phone do you have?
Libara.
Can you show us? So that's a Nokia. Thank you. What mobile games do you have on there?
Oh, I actually don't think I got any.
No, you don't play any mobile games.
No, I don't.
Do you have a console?
Yes,
Which one?
PS3.
And who do you play with?
My friends.
And which games do you play?
FIFA 11.
I have at this moment in time a G2, which is a T-Mobile phone.
Can you show the camera?
I can show the camera. There's my G2 mobile phone. I am going to get an upgrade to the iPhone, but this is a cool phone.
Why you use this phone?
Basically, it's very good for the internet. It's got Google Maps. As you know, G2s have Android software, so there's loads of free apps, and it's fantastic for use on the internet.
Why are you upgrading to an iPhone?
Because everybody has one and I want one too.
Don't be one of the followers!
I am one of the followers, I admit it, and I wave to you guys as a fellow follower.
Are there any other features on the iPhone that's particularly making you want to upgrade to it?
I just think it does, well, you know, technical issues aside, it just does everything. You know, you can do maps, it links in, and it's very user-friendly, this is quite user-friendly. I mean, the Google navigation is fantastic and Google Maps is fantastic, but bar that, you know, nothing else. But the iPhone, you've got your music. I mean, I've got an iPod now. You've got games, you've got apps, you've got everything galore, which is fantastic.
So you use an iPod, yet you still want an iPhone?
Yes, I just think we're in an age where we kind of collaborate all electronic equipment. And what's the point in having a phone, an iPhone and a camera when you can have all in one?
What games do you play on your phone at the moment?
Well, I have a few games on this, but because it's got a SD card instead of a hard drive, the games run very slowly. Boo! That's another reason why I want to get an iPhone. I have an iPod at this moment and I play a range of games.
Which games do you play on the iPod?
I'm playing Smurf. I am playing a train game called Train Tracks or something. It's a kind of puzzle game which is fantastic, and I play a lot of puzzle games.
What other consoles do you have? Do you have any?
I do indeed. I have a PS2 which I don't play, it collects dust, and I have an Xbox 360 which I'm in love with.
And do you play against friends or on your own?
Mainly on my own, but what I need to do is I need to hook it up to the internet and then I can go wild. That's a feature I haven't done yet.
What games do you have for your Xbox?
I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to get Black Ops today. I've got FIFA 11, which is big in the game. And also my favourite at this moment in time, Batman Arkham Asylum. Waiting for number 2 to come out.
What's the most expensive game you've bought?
I think that was FIFA. I bought that as soon as it came out, so I think that was about £40. But generally I like to... I know, scandalous. I prefer for the games to come out for a couple of weeks and to reduce in price.
And do you also prefer to get a recommendation from other users?
Yeah, but I think I kind of have a look what's on YouTube. So I YouTube a few clips, and like I say, Batman Arkham Asylum, I read Xbox magazine, and it had a huge section on it. And the more I read it, the more I liked it. So when it came out, I got it, and I was in love with it.
And now you're hooked?
I've played it several hundred times.
Why have you got that phone?
Because I was told it was better than the iPod.
Who told you that?
The guy in the shop, like, that's what...
And is it?
Well, I don't know, I've never had an iPhone, so I couldn't say, but it's good.
So how are you getting on with the HTC?
Yeah, it's alright. It's just like a big like computer, really, isn't it?
What's your favourite feature on it?
The internet, I suppose.
Do you play any games on your phone?
I don't know.
Have you got a console?
I have, yeah.
Which one?
Xbox.
Why have you all got a BlackBerry?
They're just smartphones.
What do you use them for?
BlackBerry pin.
So you all BBM each other?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that the main reason you've all got a BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Do you play any games on there?
No.
Do you?
Brick Breaker.
Do any of you have a console?
Yeah. We, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, the old Sega, everything. I've got all sorts.
All of them?
How much would you pay maximum for a game on the App Store?
I did buy one that was $3.49, so probably around that price.
So $3.49 would be the max. Do you play games just by yourself, or do you kind of play with other people?
Yeah, usually by myself.
And are you a Twitter or Facebook person?
Facebook, yeah, not Twitter though. Yeah.
And have you done any? Have you linked any of the games with your Facebook so you can share your achievements and scores?
I haven't. No, it's popped up a few times, but I haven't gone that far just yet.
How many games do you have on your phone?
Too many to count.
What's your favorite type of game? Like puzzle, adventure, sport?
Puzzles.
Okay. And can you name a few games that you do play?
I'm addicted to Wordlands at the moment. I've got a 2-year-old daughter, so most of the games on my phone are for her.
So she's playing quite a few games on your phone.
She is.
Are you a Twitter or Facebook person?
Facebook.
And do you have it linked with the game so that you can share the scores or achievement?
I know there's the option to do that for a couple of the games, but I don't usually do that.
How many games do you think you have on your phone in total?
Well, when we got this folders feature, I just had the whole page with each and every single platformer, whatever, and genres specific.
Pick 3 genres. What are your most favorite kinds of games?
Platforming, shooters on the iPhone, just with the gyroscope, and I would say puzzle games maybe.
Okay, puzzle games. On average, how much would you spend for a game?
I like the 199 features mostly, but I'm not a big fan of the in-app purchases, to be honest. Yeah.
So it's more just you'll pay for the game happily, but you don't want to pay.
Exactly. I don't want to pay extra for extra characters or anything. I know it's a market, but I don't like it, to be honest.
Are you on Facebook and Twitter?
I am on Facebook.
How many friends do you have on Facebook approximately?
I used to have a lot of friends, but I'm actually using Facebook in a different way, more private way. So I have like 100 friends.
Have you linked up the in-game features of being able to share scores and achievements with your Facebook or no?
I honestly don't have much bragging rights to do that. Yeah, I'm not. No.
And what consoles do you own?
Basically all of them.
On a console, what's kind of the maximum that you've paid for a console game?
The last biggest purchase I got was Call of Duty, the Prestige Edition.
How many games would you say you have on your phone?
Probably about 3 or 4.
Have you paid for the games, or do you mostly get free games?
I normally get the free ones, but if I really like it, I'll download the full version.
How much would you be willing to pay as kind of a maximum for a mobile game?
Maybe £2-3.
Do you like puzzle games, platformers, sport?
I like a bit of tower defense games. I played a lot of Angry Birds as well, which is quite good. Yeah, that sort of game really gets me.
For any of the games, have you hooked up the social features where you can kind of brag about the scores or the achievements with your Twitter and Facebook?
I have done that, yeah.
Which game did you do that for?
Angry Birds.
Are you a console gamer as well?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Xbox 360. PC gamer as well.
And again, are you social gaming a bit, or is it mostly a solo gaming for?
It's all multiplayer.
Would you consider changing your mobile phone?
Definitely.
And what models would you be looking at?
Something faster and stronger, anything really. Probably move to like an iPhone or something, I think.
Okay. So why? Is that for performance in terms of all different apps or games as well?
It's mostly like in my line of work, a lot of people are looking for that sort of development.
So you can do the kind of things on the go that you would do for a work. Where do you usually play games?
Normally on the bus or the tube going to work, coming home from work, just sort of time filling it.
How many hours a week do you play games?
All gaming?
Let's just say mobile gaming.
Mobile, probably about maybe 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, 2 to 3 hours, yeah, maybe.
And then for console, how much additional would you say for console?
Too much.
Why did you choose a BlackBerry as your handset?
I like the QWERTY keyboard, and I use the internet quite a bit on it, so yeah.
So internet, messaging, that kind of thing?
Facebook and MySpace.
Would you consider going to a different mobile phone?
I think I'll probably try a different one because the internet's pretty slow, I won't lie.
Do you play console games at home?
I've got an Xbox 360.
How many hours a week would you say you're playing games on the console?
Probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6.
In terms of Twitter, Facebook, are you into that? Either of those social media?
Yeah, I use Facebook, I don't use Twitter.
And when you're playing console games, is that kind of online gaming, a multiplayer, or is it usually just playing just...
A bit of both, yeah, just mix it up a bit.
And for mobile games, are you kind of a dedicated console guy, you're not really into the mobile games, or you just haven't got into mobile games because of the handset you're on, or...?
I don't know, no, I think it's just I don't have any loyalty towards the console.
Why have you got that phone?
Because I got bored of a BlackBerry and I fancied an iPhone.
What was wrong with the BlackBerry?
Kept being frozen, wiping out my information, very frustrating phone, and the buttons are a bit too small.
What did you use it for, the BlackBerry?
BBM.
So just interacting with your friends and internet use?
Quite a lot.
And so how are you getting on with the iPhone 4?
Very good, very happy.
What's your favourite feature?
The apps.
What app do you use the most?
I use my voucher cloud.
What games do you have on the mobile phone?
I've got Sonic the Hedgehog, quite geeky, and Streets of Rage.
Did you pay for any of those?
I did, $2.99.
Is that the most you would spend on an iPhone game?
Yes, no more than that.
And did you get it through the App Store, the Apple?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a console?
I do. I have a PS2.
How much use do you get out of it?
Not a lot from a PS2, PSP's in my bag right now.
How much do you spend on games?
I got one game, so at least £30.
And how often do you play your console?
Not a lot.
How often do you play your mobile phone?
Quite a lot every day.
On the tube, on the way to work?
On the tube. If not, then my PSP.
Are you a geek?
I'm a big geek, yes.
What do you use the iPhone for?
I use it for tweeting, Facebook, sometimes games, and also listening to my iPod. It's everything in one device.
What games do you have on there?
I've got Angry Birds, Sonic, got Guitar Hero, and I got that cat thing where you play a piano with a cat face.
How much have you paid for them?
The Guitar Hero I paid £2. The other ones were the free ones.
What's the most you'd
Sonic I paid £5.
What's the most you'd spend on an iPhone game?
iPhone game. That's the only game that I bought, £5.
So do you prefer the free game?
Yeah, the free games is good. Yeah.
Did you have a console?
I had an old school Nintendo back in the days.
So you've stopped using consoles now and you predominantly only use the mobile phone?
The iPhone.
So why did you switch from being a console user to an iPhone user?
Console is old school. It's for old people nowadays. It's all about the iPhone.
I have iPhone 3GS. It's everything I wanted, I needed in that phone. You know, I can check my emails anytime I want. I can post on Twitter. You know, I go online a lot, and text is easy, calling is easy. You know, everything is pretty much there, and I get to put loads of photo pictures and music in my phone as well.
But you can do that on many other handsets, not just the iPhone.
Well, the iPhone looks great to me. You know, it's nice, it's elegant, and yeah, it's got everything I wanted. I do need for my work.
How long have you had it for?
Almost a year.
Would you consider changing?
Yeah, iPhone 4.
Do you have an iPod?
No, I just use my iPhone for iPod as well. Yeah.
And do you play any mobile games on the phone?
Yeah, you know, stuff like, you know, Bejeweled, you know, the simple games, Unblock Me and stuff like that when you need to kill time, you know. Nothing complicated for me. I mean, I guess I'm a girl, so I don't really go playing all that shooting games on the phone and all that, so yeah.
Have you ever paid for a mobile game?
Yeah, I did. I actually paid for that Lady Gaga game, like kind of music thing, about almost £5. But actually it's worth it, you know. You get to play a lot of her songs. Most of her songs are on there. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is that the most you spent on a mobile game?
Yeah. I'm not actually planning to spend any more on a game. You know, that's the one-off. So.
One-off because it was Lady Gaga?
Well, because I like that game.
Do you have a console?
No, I don't. I've played PS3 in the past, you know, very little. Not like...
Not like your mobile?
Yeah. No, my mobile phone, I got it with me all the time. You know, even when I'm sleeping, I'm like dreaming and texting.